You understand? I came out of college, and I was so demotivated when I came out of college that I actually didn't want to be a chiropractor. Early morning, we're just about to do a practice visit here in the United Kingdom. Amazing practice, whole bunch of associates. They're absolutely rocking. It's incredible practice, and we're going to go do a session with their associates and their team, 3 hours. I love these sessions. We never prep because all we want to do is find out the biggest challenges. Once we find out the biggest challenges, they're very similar in most practices. Then we'll debrief them, we'll find out the solutions for them. Most of the time, within most practices, the solutions are either very evident, we're just not doing it, we don't have the structure to do that, and we haven't learned how to set up accountability with the team to do that, or if they're not evident, once they become evident, it's a bit of an aha moment. It's pretty basic, but trying to solve that problem long term is the biggest challenge because you have to have structure. So we're gonna have an amazing time. See you shortly. Yeah, I'd love to. Imagine there's an imaginary scale in a human being's mind. There's an imaginary scale. If the problem is not big enough, the money will overweigh the solution to the problem. Does that make sense? So if the problem's not big enough, if you don't, and that's why I ask what else a lot in this conversation. If you don't talk about what else a lot, so if someone, when somebody comes in and you say what's wrong, and they say no, nothing. Are they difficult or easy to convert? They're hard, hey? Because there's no problem. There's no problem. So the reality is, Tony Robbins talks a lot about this, is someone won't make a big decision to change anything unless there is some type of thing for them to solve. So your job is, as a chiropractor, your job is to find the truth. Because how many times have we ever said to a patient, is there anything going on? And they say, no, I'm fine. And then in their history, what do they say to you? Oh, I had a minor heart attack, I had a car accident, I've been sitting at a desk for 30 years, but they didn't tell you that to start. So your job, if you're gonna have less of this, which I'll get into in a moment, you have to find the problems and not have solutions to them yet. You just have to list the problems. Is that helpful? Yeah. I was once taught that if you're not seeing miracles in your practice, it's only because you're not looking. They're there all the time. It's impossible for someone to not have it. It's opposite of it. It's impossible. They're having it all the time. You just not think about it, because we don't ask the question about how their sleep has changed and how a breastfeeding mom the baby's able to latch, and little things like that. There are life-changing experiences. You may not have kids yet, but trust me, if your baby can't feed, it's life-changing. But the mom might not come in and go, oh my word, your chiropractic adjustment has my baby's latching. I mean, we had a premature baby, and I'll never forget, Dr. Kelly Thompson came in, and she adjusted our baby in hospital. My baby was in hospital for 2 months premature, and I saw my baby latch for the first time, like mid-adjustment. Never latched in its life. The doctor said impossible for a baby at that age to latch, impossible. And literally for the first time it latched. Now for a mom, that whole interaction and the stress it causes in the house, because if you know it's like you're up you've got to feed about like the expressing, and then it's a 2-hour feed as opposed to. It changed our life. That one adjustment changed our life. But if you're not looking for it, neither will the client see it. Because we were chiropractors, so we knew that I mean, I saw it mid-adjustment, but most people wouldn't put 2 and 2 together, that the chiropractic adjustment helped our baby feed and helped my wife rest better. And because she was resting better, she was able to produce more milk. And because of that, my child was able to breastfeed for 2 years, as opposed to sometimes some people aren't able to breastfeed for that long. Does it make sense? So if you're not looking for it, neither will the client see it. But it's happening. You understand? I came out of college, and I was so demotivated when I came out of college that I actually didn't want to be a chiropractor. Terrible. Write this down, write this down. Take no credit, take no blame. Take no credit, take no blame. And take no credit, take no blame. And I think sometimes that's why we struggle with like the long-term thing, because really, if we play to our egos, we really want the person to come in and go, "Doc, you're so amazing, you helped me with my pain in 3 visits, you're incredible." It makes us feel good about ourselves. So we have a saying in our practices, my wife taught me this, actually, and her and Eamon's wife, Jenny, really taught us, take no credit, take no blame. Meaning, we don't really heal anyone. You can't, whenever someone comes in and goes, "Oh my word, Doc, you're a miracle worker, I'm feeling so amazing," you should take no credit. So you didn't do it. You didn't do it. I didn't do it. We didn't do it. No, it's not even their choice. It's who's doing the healing? The body's doing the healing, not me. So I'll go, "Doc, it's not me, your body's doing the healing." But then already you start changing the mindset of the patient to go, "Wow, it's me. If I don't get my adjustment, body's not healing the way it's not me healing you, it's your body healing itself, but it takes time." Right, and write this down again. Acorn to oak tree takes time. Acorn to oak tree takes time. So all you're trying to do the whole time, okay, we're going to go through this in a moment, but all you're trying to do is you're always trying to manage expectations.
Brian's been really good today. He answered a lot of questions or confusion we've been having for quite a while. And the biggest thing I've learned today is be truthful and don't blame yourself too much, because we are helping a lot of people changing their life. So
I just want to say a huge thank you to Ryan for coming today. It's been absolutely amazing. The team have loved it. They've got so much from the day, and I'm really, really grateful. So thank you very much, Ryan, for coming all the way up north.
So we just finished up a deep dive at one of my Inner Circle members' practices. We are driving now from Scunthorpe across to Manchester. As you can see, it's beautiful weather here in the UK. And it was a great day. So it was interesting, worked a lot with associates on this day, and the big theme that came out from it was the concept of most practices I work with. There's one of a few things they are the perceived battles, and one of them is that A, I can't get new patients, B, when I get them, I can't get them to start care with me, C, if I can get them, I can't get them to stay with me. So those are kind of like your basic challenges, and then you've got context stuff and team challenges, which is always there. But if you look at particularly with this practice, a lot of things we spoke about was conversion in day 1 and day 2, and it was quite typical of the challenge I often get asked about. And often someone will say to me, I have a report of findings challenge, or I have a conversion challenge. And my response to them always is a day 2 or report of findings challenge is never, or I can't say never, but very seldom a day 2 challenge. A day 2 challenge is normally a day 1 challenge. A report of findings challenge is normally a initial consultation challenge. And we read a really deep dive into that, into not so much, if you will, scripting, but the why behind the ultimate goal we're trying to achieve in a day 1, and the ultimate goal we're trying to achieve in a day 2, if we've achieved day one's goal correctly. So it was a big deep dive on day one, really, and really the reasons why people make a decision to do anything. You've got emotional reasons to buy, and you've got factual reasons, logical reasons to buy, and emotional reasons to buy or make a decision to do something are always going to be more motivating than factual reasons. And sometimes as people who are educated, we go through the process of being too factual and missing out real life interactions with human beings, i.e. real reasons they're there. Every human being that sits in front of us, like ourselves, has had pains and challenges and concerns and fears, and without actually going a little bit deeper, what I always say, being a truth finder, it's very difficult to actually serve that person because you actually don't know, what's the problem you're trying to solve? What's the real problem you're trying to solve? Because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to solve a real problem, but sometimes when you don't go deeper, you don't find what the real problem they're trying to solve, i.e. mobility, or it's not just the back pain, it's the loss of mobility and independence, etc. that they may, that an elder person might be having. But just without verbalizing that or bringing that to the fore in the conversation, it's very difficult to lead someone down a path with you to use your service on an ongoing basis. So we had a deep dive in that, a really interesting session. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you get a lot from it. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, grab one of my free books. I'll see you soon. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel to watch the entire tour and all the lessons that we taught in my 4 practices in 3 days tour. See you on the other side.